Hey guys, welcome back. As of today, the Flightscope Pro Package and Face Impact Location add-ons are now available for the Mevo Gen 2. That's right, the Mevo Gen 2 was released several months ago as really a new and improved launch monitor from the Mevo Plus with new hardware, providing better accuracy and a different form. But it did not have the Pro Package or Face Impact Location add-ons, which I myself loved in the Mevo Plus. So in this video, we're going to talk about those add-ons and if they are right for you for the Mevo Gen 2, since they're available now. And we're also going to talk about what's going on with Mevo Plus. It might be a great buying opportunity to pick one up. So let's talk about it. All right, so what exactly is the Pro Package? Basically, the Pro Package is an upgrade to the launch monitor that you can purchase and add on for a one-time fee. You pretty much just get an activation code, you put it in the app, and it will give you or unlock all these features, which mainly is club data. So when people talk about the Pro Package, they're mainly talking about the club data that you get. You can go to the website and see a list of all the additional club data that you get with the Pro Package. Really the big ones that everybody wants are club path and face to path or face to target, both of which are included in the Pro Package. You'll see people talk about face angle, which is essentially the angle of the face relative to the target or to the path. And then club path is the direction the club is traveling through impact. And those are really important to help diagnose swing issues and things like that. It's really the main club data that everybody wants. So you're definitely going to get that good stuff, but there's a couple of data points that aren't talked about as often, and they can be important as well. So one of them is low point. And so low point is actually the point, the lowest point in your swing arc relative to the golf ball. So if your low point is like +6, that means it is lowest 6 inches in front of the golf ball, which would be a good thing with an iron or a wedge. Means you've got a good angle of attack heading down on that ball, and the lowest point of the swing is in front of the golf ball. And the opposite of that would be a driver, because the ball position is forward and it's up on a tee. You would actually have a low point behind the golf ball as the club starts traveling up to hit the ball. So having that is kind of relative to angle of attack, but not many launch monitors actually give you a low point, and it can be helpful. Another point is dynamic loft, and this can be a really good one to also make sure that you are de-lofting those irons and wedges and compressing the golf ball. So every club has a certain amount of loft to it, but dynamic loft is the actual loft of the club that's presented at impact to the ball. So whatever your loft is of the club, when you actually hit the ball, you should have that shaft forward a little bit with an iron or a wedge, which reduces the loft, and you can actually see the degrees of dynamic loft with the Pro Package. So that gives you an idea of how much you are de-lofting the golf club. Also can be very important. So obviously the Pro Package unlocks those data points and some other good ones, but it also unlocks a few goodies, a few extra features in the app, which are really cool. So the first feature is the trajectory optimizer, and I've actually covered this earlier. You can find the video on it when it was initially released from Flightscope. So the trajectory optimizer actually lets you hit some shots and see the optimal trajectory for the club that you're hitting, and it'll show you kind of where you're falling short, whether you have too much spin or too low spin, things like that for the swing speed with that particular club. You can then make club adjustments based on the trajectory optimizer, or obviously swing adjustments as well, and see how to get the most out of the club that you can. Really cool feature. Another feature the Pro Package unlocks is the environmental optimizer. This is one of my favorites, also covered in another video. I'll try to link to those so that you can kind of dive deeper. The environmental optimizer allows you to adjust essentially your weather conditions on the FS Golf driving range. So you can see what kind of effect the wind has on the golf ball, even altitude, humidity, all those things, and you can manually adjust all of these factors, then hit golf shots and see your regular carry and the environmental or the EO carry, as well as all the other data. Or you can put in an address of maybe where you're going on a golf trip, and it will pull that live weather data from that location. So if it's a different altitude, humidity, temperature, all those things, it will pull from that address that you put in and let you hit golf shots as if you were already there. Such a cool feature, one of my favorites, and it gets unlocked with the Pro package. Now, the last feature that is unlocked with the Pro package is it actually includes access to FS Golf PC version, which is what I've got here in my simulator behind me. That allows you to run the FS Golf app from a PC, obviously, and you don't have to use your phone or tablet. So it's actually my preferred way to use it here in the simulator because I've got everything hooked up to the computer. So if that's important to you, it's included with the Pro package. Otherwise, if you don't have the Pro package, you do have to buy that for $99. Now, as of this release, I don't think that the Pro package and face impact location are working for the PC version just yet, but I'm sure they will update it fairly soon and that will work. So just double check that before you buy. So the Pro package was the first add-on. The other one is face impact location. So face impact location literally shows you the exact spot on the club face where you hit the golf ball. And obviously, hitting the center of the club face is super important, and just slight differences in the face impact location can have massive effects on your shot. So really understanding what your tendencies are and where you're hitting the ball on the club face can be extremely helpful. Now with face impact location, you can get the exact vertical and horizontal measurements of where the impact was, but you also get a cool little graphic showing where impact was that you can put up on the driving range. I actually like to put the face impact location overlay on my swing videos. You can drag it around and put it there if you want. And you can also go into a close-up of it and look at a grouping on the club face or even a heat map to help you better understand your tendencies and where you're hitting the golf ball. Now, one thing you want to be extra sure about is the requirement for lighting. Now, this is especially true for the face impact location. It does require a certain amount of lighting to be able to work correctly. So especially if you're using it indoors like I am here, you do want to double check your lighting to make sure it will work correctly. You can pick up a little light meter like this one for around 15 bucks on Amazon if you want to double check. But essentially it requires a minimum of 300 lux within a 3-foot area around the hitting zone. I'm in my garage here. I've got some LED lighting overhead here that you would typically find in a garage. Plus I've added an extra track light pointed down at my hitting area. And whenever I test this with the lux meter, I get just under 300 lux, depending on where I put it. And that's with all of those lights on and the track lighting down there. But I found that face impact location works fine for me. Every once in a while, it will miss a reading. So just be aware of your lighting if you plan on using it indoors. I'm sure if it's outdoors, it's not an issue whatsoever. So you may be wondering now, okay, Mevo Gen 2 is released. It's actually got upgraded hardware, actual measured data, and now Pro package and face impact location are available for the Mevo Gen 2. So what's going on with Mevo Plus? Well, as of today, Mevo Plus is going on sale. I believe the price is $1,099. I don't know that it's ever been that low ever. And of course, you can get the Mevo Plus, you can add the Pro package, you can add face impact location, and get all of the same features that we just talked about at a very, very low price. So guys, that's pretty much it. I love the Pro package. I definitely think it's something you should consider. Having that extra club data like club path, face to path, and unlocking those extra goodies like the environmental optimizer for me are some great features that I love. I loved with my Mevo Plus, and now I get to enjoy it with the Mevo Gen 2. Definitely check those out. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, you can also add the face impact location, and then you really have in my opinion, like a mini TrackMan for a fraction of the price because you've got so much data between the Pro package and the face impact location, plus all those extra goodies like we talked about. And if you're trying to put together a package on a budget, definitely consider Mevo Plus on sale right now at an incredible price. And to help you save even more money, Flightscope has helped us out with a discount code. You can find it in the video description down below and enter that in. It will save you additional money on top of the sales price. So that's it, guys. Check out the video description for that discount code. I will try to link some of those other videos I've done on the trajectory optimizer and environmental optimizer in the past. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. All right, guys. See you in the next video.